Hello, beautiful soul sisters. Happy Wednesday. What are we going to call it? Welcome to this 90-day detox challenge. I'm Veronica Rosa, an emotional wellness and life coach. And today is Love and Relationship Wednesdays, where we focus on self love, self worth, codependency, boundaries, discipline, and that divine feminine energy, sister. So this is more than just a health journey, ladies. It's a full body, mind, soul transformation. Each week we focus on a new healing area to rebuild. Monday is Money Mondays. Tuesday is Physical Wellness Tuesdays. Wednesdays is Love and Relationship Wednesdays. Thursdays is Spiritual Thursdays. We focus on emotional regulation. And then Friday, we close out the week with vision building, career dreams, and manifesting to their next level. So through daily life coaching and cooking sessions, Monday through Friday, we will build self discipline, create healthier boundaries, and reset our hormones and raise our vibrations to attract soulmate love and a vibrant health and abundant lifestyle. So join me on this 90-day mission for free. Girlfriend, it's free. Start by downloading your free habit tracker at vitalityvalueswellness.com. Whether you're here to shed weight or heal from grief or reverse disease, depression, type 2 diabetes, or just reconnect with purpose, this is the series for you, girlfriend. So let's get started. Subscribe and follow if you haven't. If you welcome to all my new followers, hello. And let's go ahead and transform one meal, one moment, one day at a time, girlfriend. So why does it seem so dark in here? Let me turn on my other light. Not that big of a difference, but it's a little bit better. Yes, ma'am. Girl, I've been doing it, waking up at the crack of dawn, 5 o'clock, getting my husband's breakfast, getting him off to work, and putting in my time on working on the computer. Start going to the gym. I'm back in the gym. Whew, it's just exhausting. Before you know it's already 5 o'clock. So let's give it up to the beautiful women who are taking control of their lives, setting discipline, setting boundaries, and taking control of their emotions to be able to take control of their outcome for the better. So, welcome back, beautiful souls. I'm Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and life coach, and this is Cooking with Purpose, where we explore what it means to nourish yourself through healing, clarity, and connection. So, today's session is deep and personal, reclaiming the real you after a toxic relationship. So, whether it's a romantic partner, a parent, a friend, or even a job, toxic relationships leave behind emotional residue. And part of healing isn't just moving from one person to another, it's about moving back into yourself, finding yourself. And I could tell you firsthand experience, I could tell you from experience that even myself, I was in a very, very toxic relationship with my husband. And so I had to, for a moment, I had to reclaim the person who I was. And frankly, I was able to do it in a way where I didn't have to leave. We didn't have to divorce. We didn't have to separate. But I just had to start setting boundaries and reclaiming who I was or who I am, for a healthier version of myself. And through that, my partner, my husband, fell into an alignment and started working with me on healthier, better habits. And so, how does toxic relationships strip your identities? In toxic dynamics, we learn to shrink ourselves, to keep ourselves, to keep the peace, or silence our needs over conflicts, or second guess our worth. I feel all discombobulated, you guys, because I was so exhausted that I took a nap before the show. Okay, I woke up. I feel like I woke up, ran out of the bed, and ran into the kitchen. So I'm just feeling a little less, but and so I want to talk about how we can be in a toxic relationship and how we can heal ourselves step by step, pointing the fingers are at the other person. Instead of pointing the fingers, start re-looking at ourselves and saying, okay, what's going on with me? Why am I triggered? Why am I reacting the way I'm acting? Where am I belittling myself or silencing myself, shrinking myself, or second guessing? What emotional blocks am I blocking due to this relationship? And start doing the inner work, the self-assessments, and trying new ways of reacting. Because in a toxic dynamic, we learn how to shrink ourselves to keep the peace, to silence our needs, to avoid conflict, second guess our worth, apologize for being too much or not enough. Eventually, you don't recognize yourself. You lose the sound of your own voice. You forget what you like. You forget who you are, what joy even feels like. Let me know in the comments if you can relate with this. I've spoken with a lot of women who come in despair and they're like, I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what my favorite color is. And you're not alone. You're not weak. You are human. And your body and your heart were doing what they had to do to survive. They were doing what they learned how to react, um, how to act and how to react. And so now you have the opportunity where if you see yourself in a toxic relationship too, let that be the alarm to say something's wrong. I need to fix this so that you can reclaim yourself. And what does that really look like? Reclaiming isn't about being loud or getting revenge or getting it um it doesn't have to be I want to say masculine, but it's not the word I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be aggressive. Right? It doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't even have to be tangible, physical. It starts here in the mind. So it's not reclaiming yourself isn't about getting loud or getting revenge. It's about getting real with yourself again. It's about remembering who you were before the gaslighting, before the manipulation or the neglect, creating safety in your body and in your nervous system. And so choosing softness over shame, building boundaries that feels like self-respect, not walls. So that's a whole different ballgame when you're building boundaries or setting boundaries out of self-respect, not out of, oh, I'm setting boundaries, I'm stonewalling, I'm not saying nothing, I'm I'm good, nothing's wrong with me. Stonewalling. And so you don't need to fix yourself. You just need to find yourself, girlfriend. So beneath all the rubble of that relationship, there's you, who you came into this world to be. And so there's three ways to reclaim the real you. Number one, reconnect with your desires. Ask yourself, what do you want? Not what did they want for me or what do they want? Start small. Start with meals, with music, with movement. Choose you again. I know that for myself as a woman that was a mother, a daughter, a wife, I didn't even know how I didn't even know what are my favorite shows. What do I like to eat? Especially in my first marriage, because I was like catering to everybody else. And when I had my first divorce, that was in my 30s or mid, yeah, I was like 27, I believe. And that was for the first time that I was on my own, 27, discovering who am I? What do I like? What do I like to eat? And so ask yourself, what do I want? Not what did they want for me? Start small, start with meals, start with music, start with, entertainment, start with moving, choose you again. Number two, speak kindly about yourself. Replace the inner critic with your inner mother. So remind yourself, I didn't deserve that. I am worthy of peace and love. And number three, take up space again. Wear what you love, say what you mean, rest when you need, reclaim your softness and your strength. And so for your Journal reflection. Also ask yourself, who was I before I started shrinking for others? What parts of me have I been afraid to reclaim? And what does my healing version of love look like now? Drop a purple heart in the comments if you are reclaiming the you were meant to be, girlfriend. So yes, these toxic relationships can show up in different areas of your life. It doesn't just have to be romantic partners. It could be a coworker, it could be a neighbor. And so think about, how is that affecting you? Let me pull up my. This is your emotional energy center. That is your chakras. Your chakras is your emotional energy center. And so we have the red dot at the bottom, that's your root. We have the orange dot, that's your sacral chakra. The yellow is your solar plexus. The green is your heart chakra. The blue is your throat. The purple is your third eye. And the violet white is your crown chakra at the top of your head. And so each of those sectors is a category of emotions. The first category of emotions, the what I call it the first, the root chakra. Let's start with the bottom. The root chakra, that's associated with grounding, stability, survival, your shelter, food, your basic needs to survive. Your second chakra, the sacral chakra, is associated with creativity, pleasure, and emotional balance. Your solar plexus is associated with personal power, self esteem, and confidence. Your heart chakra is associated with love, compassion, forgiveness, and emotional balance. Your third eye is associated with intuition, insight, and spiritual awareness. And your crown chakra is associated with spiritual connection, enlightenment, and the universal consciousness. And so I want you to think about your emotional energy centers. These are your emotions. And what blocks us is in the red: discouragement, it's feeling insignificant, feeling embarrassed. How do these toxic relationships make us feel, or how do we feel in these toxic relationships? Skeptical, critical, ashamed, depressed. We want to turn that frown upside down and turn it into joy, love, nurturing, creativity, awareness, being feelings of a delight. And so I want you to reflect and think about those emotions, and in what energy center are you blocked, so that you can find your personal affirmation to help you step out of that. And like step number two, be your own mother. Two, or number three, every time you say something negative, your inner dialogue says something negative, replace it with something positive, because you know that you are worth it, you are valued. And I hear a lot, including myself, is that I was scared to get healthy. I was scared to set boundaries because I was scared of being alone. But the toxicity became so hard, so um, painful, that it was just like, I'm done. And by and so use that. If you have anger, use anger as fuel to get you through. We don't want to stay in anger, but use that anger as, for me, my anger was my drive to go walking, to go to the gym, to set boundaries, to, and not to be like angry or anything, but just to be like, no, I'm not gonna go out and drink. I'm gonna stay home today. No, girlfriend, I'm going to stay home today, and I'm going to get on the computer and I'm going to learn a new skill. I'm going to work on myself. I'm no longer going to abandon myself. If I want love, I need to love myself. I got to be love. And so let's anchor in the new mindset when it comes to love and relationships, and reclaiming the new, not new, because it's always been you, but reclaiming the real you after a toxic relationship. And so look in the mirror, look at your eyes, affirm with me, put your hand on your heart, and tell yourself and say it out loud: I no longer abandon myself to feel accepted. I deserve love that doesn't require self reassurance. I reclaim my voice, my vision, and my value. That one's a big one. That one was for me. For me to be doing these live shows, like, bah, Man, I've been really working on my throat chakra because since a child, it was like, shh, be quiet. Cállate. You don't matter. Get to work. Go clean. Emotions was we looked at emotions as a luxury that we didn't have the luxury to express our emotions. And actually I was like the first one in my family that was ashamed to say I have mental health issues. I need a psychologist. I need therapy. I need medications for depression. I need a medication for anxiety. I need to go on FMLA for mental health issues. I remember gathering everybody up at the table 15, 20 years ago, and it was like a big deal, like something coming out of the closet or something. Now it's like, oh, everybody's on it, you know? But I was, let's say, that generational curse breaker where I sat people at the table, my family, not just people of my family. I said, I'm having this issue, this mental health issue that I'm trying to overcome through medications and therapists. And so reclaiming my voice, my vision, and my value. I release shame and I welcome softness. I am not broken, I am becoming. And with that, my friend, we will head into the kitchen, girlfriend. Let this be one more meal that is an act of reclaiming, an act of self love. You're feeding yourself from a place of wholeness, not survival. Because healing isn't just about going back to who you were before the pain, it's about rising into the version of you who knows her worth and never gives it away again. And so, welcome to Vitality and Values, Cooking with Purpose.
Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. Fill your body and feed your soul. Let's get cooking with purpose to lower A1C, shed unwanted weight, maximize mental sharpness and clarity, boost self expression, boost immune system, build confidence, maintain emotional balance, relieve pain, relieve headaches, cleanse your digestion, and much more. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose, where we fill our bodies and feed our souls. If you are feeling tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or struggling with weight loss, anxiety, or energy crashes, it's time to take back control, starting in the kitchen. Today, we are cooking an easy and delicious, nutrient packed dinner to help boost your metabolism, balance hormones, and fuel your body for success. Whether you are a busy mom, battling cravings, or just looking to feel amazing again, this is for you. Drop a firebomb in the comments if you are ready to cook with me. Let's get cooking, good looking. So, what's for dinner?
Let's get cooking, good looking. So, what's for dinner? Well, I really want to try something new, but at this moment, I'm feeling very worried about it because it's called coconut curry chicken with zucchini and peppers. This is a creamy, anti inflammatory, packed with flavor while staying light and detox friendly, girlfriend. It's perfect to heal the gut, reduce inflammation, and still taste like you're treating yourself. I don't know, because we'll see when I taste it. Summer's coming and I'm working, trying to work on this abs, girl. Trying to work on the abs. So let's try out this new meal. We need two boneless chicken breasts. As always, I'll do a side to the side in case my husband decides he don't want that. So far so good. What was it that I made the other day? That the chicken pot pie. He loved it. I loved it. And so I'm not gonna stress out like I did last time. I'm going to just focus. Let me get my camera here. All right, we got the feminine energy flowing in the kitchen. We got some meditation music, 1111 frequency music on YouTube. I got my candle lit. I got my beautiful flowers from my husband that he gave me over the weekend. Aren't they beautiful? Where are we? Where are we? All right, so let's get done. Let's get cooking. Two boneless chicken breasts. Let me get all my ingredients because I didn't even get that prepared. What has me concerned about this is in, recipe is that I don't have grated ginger, so we're gonna have to leave out the ginger. Curry powder. I don't know if I have curry powder. Thought I did. I don't think I do. Curry. I have turmeric, so I don't think I've ever cooked with curry powder. And as for How much curry powder? Teaspoon fresh grated ginger and 1 teaspoon of curry powder and half a teaspoon of turmeric. Curry powder. I don't think I have curry powder. Oh, I do have ground ginger. Nope, no curry powder. So we will do it without. Okay, curry powder. I don't know, guys. I think I might just make something else because I don't have two things. Full fat coconut milk. 1 can of coconut milk, unsweetened. The coconut milk, half a yellow onion, zucchini, bell pepper. So I have the onion, zucchini, bell pepper. Got my seasonings, salt and pepper. Well, I'm just gonna make it and try it, and if I like it, we'll keep it on the menu. If not, I'll let you know not to try it. Don't try this at home. I have of lemon juice, and if we want, we can saute spinach or steamed cabbage ribbons. I've never made that before either. So let's start with the chicken. How much bell pepper? 1 bell pepper, any kind. It says 1 bell pepper, any color, and I have 3 pieces of yellow, green, and red. So we'll go ahead and use those as one full enchilada. And let's see. We got the salt, the pepper. Let's cut the chicken. I think I might need a bigger. I don't know. I think I am going to. I think, right? Keep thinking. Let me just start cutting this. Okay, and that's okay. This pepper, I'm gonna leave this piece for breakfast. How is this zucchini supposed to be sliced? That's a lot, right? I'm gonna just use that. Alrighty. Next, maestro. What else do I do? What do I do now? What do I do now? Add chicken chunks, lightly seasoned with salt and pepper. So let's turn on. It says in bite-sized chunks with salt and pepper. Now let's make these bite-sized chunks. Now I'm gonna put this chicken in the frying pan to sear it, as they say. Put this chicken away. So I added olive oil to the frying pan. Now we're gonna add the chicken. So I usually do 6 minutes on each side. Since it's cut up in smaller pieces, I should do 3 minutes. I'm gonna put the timer, 3. And I find that it's best if you just leave it alone. Don't even touch it. Leave it for 3 minutes. When the alarm goes off, flip it over. What else does this recipe call for? Seared 4 to 5 minutes, turning occasionally until lightly golden. Does not need to fully be cooked yet because you're going to remove it from the pan. In the same pan, add a little bit of more oil. Saute garlic, ginger, onion, bell pepper, zucchini. So I need garlic. Oh my God, I just threw it away. Are you serious? It's gone. I peeled it and then I threw it away. You know the benefits that garlic has? 3 minutes, flip over. Now I'm gonna put it for another 3 minutes. Don't throw it away, Veronica. Sheesh. Okay, so sear chicken back to the pan. Ginger. How much ginger do we need? This is not fresh ginger. 1 tablespoon of teaspoon or yeah, teaspoon. I'm just gonna put it in here so it's ready. I don't know what I bought it for because I don't ever remember using ginger, grounded ginger. Okay. All right, so we have 1 minute. When that comes out, we'll take that out, put it into, and I think I'm going to make some white rice for the hubby. White rice is always easy. Where does that like come from? So I cooked the chicken for 6 minutes, 3 sides each side. I usually cook it for 12 minutes, so it's halfway cooked. At this point, we already have some juice in there, some olive oil. Don't think we need. In the same pan, add a little bit of more oil if needed. I didn't need it. Saute garlic, ginger, onion, bell pepper, and zucchini for 3 to 5 minutes until slightly softened. I forgot to cut the zucchini, guys. This is an art. Getting your feminine creativity going, your feminine mojo. I cut it in fours. One zucchini and garlic. Putting my rice in the rice maker. There's my ginger, onions, peppers. Okay, I got the rice going. Sprinkle, it says, so after the 5 minutes, we'll put the chicken back into the pan. Sprinkle curry powder and turmeric to coat. And then pull the full can of coconut milk. So how much? One half teaspoon of turmeric, one of curry. I don't have curry, so half of turmeric. It smells really good. It's actually making me hungry, guys. I'm glad decided to try something new. Okay, look at the color. Look at the color. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Now it says cook this for 10 minutes. I still gotta add the coconut milk. One whole can of coconut milk. What do you think? It's kind of good. Yay or nay? Ready. I have rice. I have spinach, arugula mix salad. And what else? Should be good. Optional, squeeze lime juice in and taste for seasoning. Spoon the coconut curry chicken over bed of sauteed spinach or steamed cabbage. Woo! Woo! That was a challenge, guys. That was a challenge. 5:57. Do you know where your kids are at? It's dinner time, dinner time. But as that food simmers and we prepare the meal, let me do an angel reading for you. I'm going to pull out three cards, three special messages for my viewer, from my friends, from my girlfriend. Let's clean up. Let me just clean this up here. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Let me get my bowl ready. I'm not even hungry. So I've been taking these supplements, doing my gym, and so my appetite's really good. Eating protein, no carbs. And so that actually sustains you longer than when you eat carbs. You stay fuller for longer. Okay, so where is my phone? Oh, it said with the lid off, huh? Oops. The lid off makes it creamy and lets it dry out. Ooh. Note to self next time. All right. So let's do. Okay. Successful funding. Yes, girl. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. Yes, girl. I manifested my first nail salon, had them, no, my second nail salon. The first one I cashed out my 401k. The second building, the first building became really expensive, and the landlord was a pain in the butt, and there was flooding, and it was like really expensive, and every time it snowed I had to call a plow, like $600. It was like draining me. And I started praying. I was in a really toxic relationship at the time. I set boundaries. I stayed home, and I started a vision board, and I started just, I wish I had it like this. And then all of a sudden, one day, this broker, I don't even know where he came from. He was like an angel. He came in, he said that he was a broker and was trying to get me to rent. It was basically like 2 blocks down on the same street, but it wasn't on the outside of the street. It was like in a little shopping center. And long story short, this broker came in, did all the documents, the paperwork with the new landlord. He convinced them to remodel the whole inside, because the inside was a music store, like a singing place, and there was like a whole bunch of rooms. So I'm like, oh, I don't need all these rooms. I would like a chandelier there, a chandelier, and this and that, and new flooring, and painted the walls, everything. Girl, I moved in to that new salon, worked a whole month before paying a penny. And so if I would have let theory, logic say you don't have the money, you can't do that, I would have never accomplished it. But I sat there, I set boundaries, I stayed home for the weekend, I created a vision board. After I was done creating a little sketch, I still have the picture. I'll put it up one day. And when I looked down, there was a cardboard box, and then I started making a 3D, like a cardboard 4D model of it. And then before you knew it, I got the new landlords that was introduced to me from some random guy that said he was a broker. He came in, he came out, he never got paid from it, not from me. I never saw him again. And they remodeled the whole building as I wanted for my nails for second nail salon. And um it was just amazing. It was beautiful. So definitely, this resonates with me, and I hope that you do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning your dreams away. There are partnerships, people's investments, your angels will just come in and will help you. All right, second message for my viewer. Message from my viewer. Whoop, look at that. Focus on your priorities. When you put your focus where you receive, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And that's what I started doing, setting boundaries. Instead of going out, getting drunk on the weekend, I stayed home, cried, healed, created, got in creative mode, and then started making small little daily tasks. What do I need to do? What do I need to be able to make this work? And so, in small little increments, every 15 minutes of my life is accounted for. And there's days that I just sleep through it, but I try to schedule my time so that even if I only have 15 minutes, I use my time wisely. I prioritize my time and do one small daily task for those 15 minutes. And the accumulation of that, voila, it will manifest into your dreams coming into reality. I'm just going to let that sit a little bit longer so it can dry out a little, get a little bit creamier. Okay, message for my viewer. An increase of abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Woo! I love that. So you got windfall of abundance, that an increase of abundance is arriving to help you on your life purpose, health, and charitable work. And then successful funding, crowdfunding partnerships, and other investments are available to help you and focus on your priorities. Even small amounts of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Yes, girlfriend. Yes, girl. And that's how we manifest our dreams into reality with small little baby steps, daily tasks. Let's talk to the flowers. I love you. You're beautiful. Fresh water. Alrighty, so my chicken is pretty much done. I was just letting it simmer a little bit longer so that it can dry out a little, get a little bit more creamy. Because I left the lid on and I was supposed to take it off. I should have roasted some veggies. That would have been good. Some roasted veggies. But instead, we'll do some spinach, arugula. I'm gonna pull out the spinach. So I personally have never had this meal, so I'm not even sure what it's supposed to look like. Coconut curry chicken and zucchini and peppers. However, this did not. I think that's as thick as. Oh, I could add some of that one stuff to make it thicker too. We'll just leave it like this. I don't know. I feel like I can use a little bit more salt and pepper. It's like buttery tasting. All right, so it is very, very juicy, kind of light. Did that? I'm just gonna add a little bit of rice. I don't want a lot of rice. I'm just gonna get a little bit of rice too, so it's not so watery. So I do 2 spoons of rice. I'm really trying. I'm doing a gut cleanse for the bacteria in your gut. I'm on, like, I don't remember, day 14, I think. So I'm doing an extra step from the 90-day detox in avoiding, because the 90-day detox only is like no sugar, no carbonated drinks, no alcohol, but you can eat like pasta and bread and stuff like that. But since I'm taking those pills to kill the gut bacteria, I'm not eating bread or pasta or rice. Or if I do, I'm making it like one third of my protein of my meat. So with that being said, my curry looks a little. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you. Follow me to the kitchen, guys. Okay. See, there's my curry chicken, and I didn't put the lid, or I put the lid on when I was supposed to leave it off, and so that makes it juicier. So I think it was supposed to be a little bit more thicker, but I'm gonna add in my plate. I did 2 spoons. I did 2 spoons of white rice and some spinach. And I'm gonna add some of this on top. This is just to show you guys. So I put rice, a little bit of white rice, just 2 spoons, just to help thicken it up. Curry chicken, but it's missing the curry. It's missing the curry. The curry chicken is missing the curry. It's a turmeric chicken. Has turmeric, ginger, garlic, bell peppers, green, yellow, red bell peppers, onions, a half a yellow onion. All right, so here we are. What the? Everything keeps everything keeps getting my hand dirty. I keep touching things on the side. All right, all right, guys. So what do we have here? It's supposed to be curry chicken, but at the last minute I realized that I do not have any curry. So it's turmeric chicken in coconut milk. I put 2 spoons of rice to just fill it up. Spinach, peppers. We got yellow, red, and green bell pepper, garlic, onion, turmeric, ginger, zucchini. And so now taste it. Smells good. It tastes good. I feel like it definitely needs a curry, even though I've never cooked with curry. And I never ordered a curry meal. I'm sure I tasted it and I've had it. I think it's just a little bit more strong and it needs a little. It's creamy, definitely creamy. It's soothing with the coconut milk. It's like a different version of the pot pie. But see this right here? Because it has 2 spoons of rice, I'm already like, I don't want it. I should get ate it without the rice. But it tastes good and it's fulfilling. And you would probably want it with the rice. But the pot pie that I made on Monday, I did not feel guilty eating it. It's good. I can eat it. It just definitely feels like it's missing something. And I can taste the ginger. It's good. It'll pass for tonight's meal. Something different. But when I eat those meals, I'm also worried about my teeth getting yellow. So it was great to try something different, something new. I was a little worried about it. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, or not bad, but I just didn't know what to expect. Although the recipe looked good. Let me set my butt down. I need, I think maybe it just needs a little bit more salt. Or if I would have, like, seasoned it sooner, but I would want to season it with more spices. Next time, I'm going to make it just like that, but put a little bit of smoked paprika. Actually, I could put some in right now. I don't know. I think that smoked paprika may replace the curry that it's missing and then give it a little bit more of a stronger flavor. The secret is in the seasonings. If you don't have the seasonings, you don't get the secret sauce. It's going to taste bland, blah. And so this meal called for curry. At the last minute, I realized I didn't have it and I decided just to go ahead and do it. But that's how we learn and we create. And so now I know what it tastes like. I know how to make it. I know what it looks like. And I can add whatever it is that I feel that's needed. It's good. It just needs a little bit, a kick of something else. It's smooth and comforting. But I'm going to let you go, girlfriend. Thank you for joining me on this 90-day detox challenge. And I'm going to let you know how you can join me. And join me tomorrow for Spiritual Thursday. 5 tips to unlock your potential and your secret life. Now these are starting to get good. We are in week 4 of a 12-week detox challenge. So it's 90 days, 12 weeks. Week 4 is the first phase, the ending of the first phase. The first phase is sharing your stories, getting to know who, where did I come from, where am I at, what would I like. Um, and then phase two will be self-assessments. And so tomorrow, when we start the spiritual Thursday, and we start to unlock our potentials and unlock our life path secrets, is a form of self-assessment. And so now we're going to start to rewrite our stories from that poor me, victimized woman. We are going to grow and transform by rewriting our story into the person that we were born and came into this life to be by unlocking our secret potentials. I'm going to give you 5 tips to unlock your life path secrets. So, ooh, now I love this part. And then the next part, the third phase, is vision board, action planning. That's where I see people, excuse me. And my gift is that I can see their skills. And so right away, I'm like, oh, we should start a YouTube channel. You should do this and you should that. You should start a business. But if you're still stuck in the emotions of doubt, distrust, discomfort, disappointment, you know, of all the negative emotions, feeling weak, insecure, and anxious, then they're most likely not going to succeed in the third phase of creating and turning their dreams into reality until they are able to do the second phase of the program of the 90 days, is transforming from the discouragement, the embarrassment, the frustrated, the victimhood, and not knowing why the things happen to me, to, oh, this happened because this taught me how to be this, or this would have to be part of my life path so that I can be living in joy and hope and abundance and energy and playfulness. And so then the third part, we create the action vision board, set boundaries, set daily tasks, and go to it. And then rinse and repeat for another 90 days, and then 90 days and 90 days. And so these first 90 days is your stepping stone to keep on building every cycle. And slowly but surely, with small little baby steps, you have manifested your dreams into reality. And that's how it happens. It's not just boom, all of a sudden you're this. No, you grow into it. You create it. You make it. And so let's overcome our fears, our stress, our worries, and anxieties with love, with passion, with joy. And leave me a purple heart. Are you ready to join me on this mission, girlfriend? Adios. See you tomorrow. Toodles. Are you ready to take the first steps to shedding weight, boosting your energy, and transforming your habits? It all starts here. Visit vitalityvalueswellness.com and look for the free habit tracker section. Enter your first name, your last name, along with your email address, and your tracker will be delivered straight to your inbox. Once you have received your email, simply download your tracker and save it to your files for easy access. Print it out or place it somewhere visible to track your progress daily. Or do a screenshot and save it to your favorite picture so you can update it from your phone each day. You've got this. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Download now and let's start your journey today. vitalityvalueswellness.com.